My name is Ina Barton. I am a graduate of Luther Seminary, St. Paul, Minnesota, 2010. And my degree is a Master of Arts with a concentration in church history and theology. God comes to me and enlists me. I had no idea when I went to seminary that I ever wanted to be involved in a role outside of spiritual reflection for myself. And that is why I went. I hoped when I was done that I would have some qualifications that would enable me to be of use in proclaiming the gospel of Jesus Christ in whatever way the Lord saw fit to ask me. God enlists me. I came to faith later in life, and I actually put a date on the time. I was an adult confirmand in the Lutheran Church, and I was 39 years old when I did this. As a result of, you go through and you look at your life and you start assessing, and I did, and I knew God needed to be a part of my life. And one morning I woke up and I said, I have to go to seminary. I have to make my application. Now it is the time I can postpone it. So I did, and I went. So then I was accepted and I went. Well, I was able to go for about a year before Michael was taken into his final illness, and I needed to be with him. And so I took a year off. And then when he went into nursing home, I was able to go back to school and take classes. So I graduated in 2010 with the MA in church history. And why would you want to do that? Do you want to be a pastor? No, I have never felt I had a call to be a pastor. I was a manager for many years in my corporate life, and I just did not feel called to be a pastor. So people would look at a person and wonder, thinking, well, why would a person want to go to seminary if they're not wanting to be a pastor or a paid church worker? And the answer is, I want to do it because I felt this would be spiritual enrichment for me, and I wanted to do it so that if God had a place for me, I would be ready to do it. But I had no idea what was going to happen, and I still don't. My philosophy is this, that if God asks me to do it and I'm able to do it, I not only will, but I must. I don't dare say no to God. For me personally, I am very aware of the person who I am and the person that I have been over the years. I know that of my own failings, I'm very well aware of them. And not that we immerse ourselves in them, but it's like sins. I'm aware of sin and evil in this world based on the things that we experience over life. And the idea that God forgives me unconditionally for everything that I've done, which can be, in the eyes of the world, perhaps not big, but maybe it is big and nobody knows about it or whatever. But that God forgives me, and that I don't have to do anything, that He does it and He gives it to me. That it, with nothing on my part. God is good to me. That is grace. My life, the forgiveness, everything I have in life is grace. The parable that Jesus told about the parable of the talents, whatever, and came to the end, and it said, "Well done, good and faithful servant. Enter into the joy of your Lord."